A Sydney judge has described a former doctor's treatment of his patients as reprehensible and grossly wrong. He sentenced Graeme Reeves to at least 2 years in jail for removing a woman's genitals without her consent and for indecently assaulting 2 other patients. The woman, whose genitals were mutilated by Reeves, says she's livid that he could be released as early as 2013, and she's questioned whether the sentence would have been more severe if the victim had been a man. Mark Douglas reports.
Carolyn de Wagener's life was irrevocably changed after she went under Graeme Reeves' knife.
Never did I consider for 1 second he was going to do what he did.
Mrs de Wagener sought treatment in 2002 for a precancerous lesion. When she awoke from surgery, the lesion had been removed, but so had almost all of her genitalia, including her clitoris.
What's this been like, this 9 years?
Hell. Hell.
There were other victims as well. Graeme Reeves indecently assaulted 2 other female patients while they were having routine examinations at his South Coast surgery. For his crimes, Reeves received a 3.5-year jail term. He's eligible for release in 2 years.
Livid. Livid. If a penis and a scrotum had been cut off, what sentence would you give him?
The judge said Reeves was affected by major depression, which meant he was able to convince himself that he was always right. The severity of his mental illness saved Reeves from a longer sentence. He's likely to have little future in healthcare once released. This man must never again be permitted to practice medicine where it involves coming into contact with patients.
This happened 5 weeks short of 9 years ago. 9 years. My sentence is for life.
Graeme Reeves sat with his head in his hands as he listened to Justice Greg Woods describe to the court the former doctor's reprehensible behaviour towards the 3 women. This is the first time in 3 years the media's been permitted to identify Reeves. The judge said it was in the interests of the victims that the case returned to the public arena. Mark Douglas, ABC News, Sydney.